All right, y'all. It's time to address the elephant in the room. Do Not Abyss 1.1 situation. Version 1.1 just released like yesterday, and there's a lot of mixed feelings for 1.1. Some people absolutely despise the update, some people like the update. It's like a mix. I will say it's leaning more towards the people who dislike this update. Now, I will say the update just released like 1 day ago, so we should give it like few more days, like because I'm pretty sure they're gonna release more stuff later on because they haven't released the new demon wedges. Like they haven't fully released the demon wedges, which makes no fucking sense. I don't know why they didn't implement all the new demon wedges. We also have some new cosmetics that they didn't implement right away. When I come over here to cosmetics, is it waste? Yes, it's waste. They didn't implement this yet. The reverse scale of Juyin, whatever the fuck that is, they haven't implemented this yet, which makes absolutely no sense to me. This, I don't think this is in the shop right now. Yeah, it's not. So these are not in the shop yet. We have to wait, which is unfortunate because I was looking forward to getting this because this looks so fucking sick, but can't fucking get it yet. It's annoying. So yeah, that one is a bummer for sure. But the main complaint for DNA 1.1 is immersive theater. Of course, we have like the Steam release being delayed. We already know about that, which is unfortunate. But I will say immersive theater, a lot of people don't fuck with this reset. And the reason why is because for this immersive theater reset, once again, we have to rely on none other than Psyche. Psyche 9 Abyss is back at it again. For version 1.0, global launch of Do Not Abyss, Psyche was like the highlight for immersive theater. She was the highlight. Everybody was using Psyche to clear in-game content in 1.0. But the fact that we had to rely on this character again for 1.1, it's like, oh brother, here we go again. And I will say Psyche, her gameplay, when it comes to the gameplay in Do Not Abyss, I will say that the gameplay, it is like kind of boring in a way. It definitely is. Like that's just a fact. Like the gameplay, it is boring because it's just spam and holding left click and whatever. But of course, when you take team comps into matter, builds and etc., it makes it a little bit more fun. That's why I still enjoy the game. But you guys might think, well, Faros, you don't have to use Psyche because you can use Hydro because they also recommend Hydro as well. True, but here's another problem. When we take a look at the Hydro characters we have in the game as of to right now, you guys can see we only have one Hydro DPS unit in the game, which is Rebecca. And Rebecca is an AoE unit. She is not a single target unit. And you guys know exactly what that means. AoE for enemy trash mobs. Single target for bosses. So Rebecca, not really good against bosses. Now, if you have I6 Rebecca, maybe. Okay, maybe. But I do have I2 Rebecca. She can't clear a mortar repertoire. She can't. She just cannot clear it. For her, Intron level 1, you can deal some additional damage because you get that one additional stack of poison love. And then for I2, she can deploy like 5 jellyfishes on the battlefield and increase the stack of poison love to 8. So she can deal a lot more damage. Still not enough, right? Still not enough. I4, she becomes a lot more tanky, and then I6, she gets like a huge attack increase, right? But I don't think that's enough to clear a mortal repertoire, because when we take a look at the debuff in a mortal repertoire, this debuff is nasty as fuck. Where is it at? Give me 1 second, guys. There we go. Defense variation, thoroughly tempered. Damage taken by enemy units per hit is capped at 35% of their max HP. It doesn't matter how much damage increase you have. It doesn't matter because there's a fucking cap. There is a cap, which is just nasty work. So I don't know, man. And they probably increased the enemy's HP. I have no idea. That's not confirmed. Some people, they probably did they probably did the math. I have no idea. But this debuff right over here, It's too much, man. It's too much. And considering how we have this debuff over here, where if you're not using Hydro or Animo, you get like a 50% damage reduction, right? The amount of damage you deal against enemies is reduced by 50%. Too many debuffs, man. It's just too many. So you have no choice but to rely on Psyche once again to go through in-game content. And I feel like that's why a lot of people, they don't like the 1.1 immersive theater. They don't like it because a lot of people complain about doing out of his gameplay. I will say Rebecca, she has the most boring gameplay in the game because it's just you pressing E and then you're just standing there. She just destroys everything. That's literally Rebecca's gameplay. But for Psyche, it's just, oh, Q and just fly around and hold left click. That's her gameplay. The fact that we have to go through that again and we can't use another character, it's like, it's frustrating. It is. It's frustrating. I was planning on using Lady Niffle. Lady Niffle, she can't clear it, bro. She can't. Lady Niffle cannot clear it. I have an I6 Lady Niffle. She ain't doing shit, bro. She is not doing shit. Maybe it's a skill issue on my part, but I6 Lady Niffle, hey, bro, it doesn't matter if it's a skill issue, bro. I could be the most brain dead player in the fucking world. I6 Lady Niffle should be able to clear that shit. So it's another situation where when you take a look at Do Not Abyss, yes, when we take a look at the monetization model for this game, it's no longer gacha. Of course, you have cosmetic gacha, right? But when it comes to characters, weapons, it's just you playing the game and you unlock characters and weapons. When we take a look at the actual model, like when you take a look at the gameplay, at its core, it still has that gacha formula because you're forced to use a specific unit to clear in-game content, and they have these stupid debuffs that force you to use that. I wouldn't say force you to use a specific character because this debuff affects everybody in the fucking game. Like this right over here, this affects everybody. So I wouldn't even include debuffs. It's more of just, hey man, you got to use this character, and if you don't use them, well, go fuck yourself, right? And of course, every character's for free, so it's an easy solution. But it's like, I just want to use whichever character I want to use and go through in-game content. Let's move away from this HP increase slop and this debuff slop. I'm getting sick and tired of it. It's in so many games, so many free games. It's time to do something different, bro. I just wish that for the Do Not Abyss devs, just because you guys remove gacha, right? And I said this before the game releases, and I know people are going to come at me and say, oh, Faros, you were glazing the game. No, if you rewatch my videos, I said, just because they remove character and weapon gacha doesn't mean that the game is perfect. There are a lot of things that they have to do in order for the game to actually be good. Removing character and weapon gacha is a step in the right direction, right? There's a huge difference between a step in the right direction and, oh, if you do this, then the game is perfect. Huge difference. Removing character and weapon gacha is a step in the right direction. However, when it comes to in-game content, right, you still have to deal with that. You still have to deal with in-game content, and that's one of the main issues we have when it comes to DNA as of to right now. It's immersive theater. It seems like the devs don't know what the fuck to do because people were complaining that immersive theater was easy and they wanted to use their demon wedge. They wanted a reason to use their characters. They're like, all right, if you guys want this to be harder, we're going to go ahead and implement this debuff right over here. We're going to implement this debuff where we cap the damage, right? The damage taken by enemy units per hit is capped at 35% of their max HP. We're going to put that in the game. It's a lazy approach. It's a lazy solution. HP increase, stupid debuffs, lazy solution. Do something different. Do something different where you're required to use your brain and you're required to use characters that can actually counter set mechanics. Because if this was a gacha game where you actually have to pull characters, then nah. When it comes to mechanics, nah. And you guys know exactly which game I'm referring to, which is Genshin Impact. It's like Genshin Impact, they have predatory boss mechanics and you have to pull for characters at the same time. It's just fucking disgusting. But in this game, you can get characters for free, weapons for free. As long as you play the game, you get them all for free. So implementing unique mechanics wouldn't be a problem because you can get these characters for free and bypass these mechanics, right? Or just do something else interesting. I don't know. But that's what I have to say when it comes to this immersive theater. It's they got a lot of work to do, man. It seems like they're confused as to what the solution is. They're still trying to figure out the solution. All I have to say is that HP increase and debuffs is not the solution, bro. We're fed up with this shit. Do something different. That's all there is to it. Hope you guys have a good one. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'll be seeing you guys soon. Adios.